Hello, welcome to Mina's Bookshelf. Today I'm taking a look at the Circle of Doors Tarot by Anna Stavely and Jill Sutherland with guidebook written by Brian Duffy. The creators reached out to me a while ago and asked me if I would be interested in reviewing the deck here on my channel. I was really thrilled to accept their very generous offer because the deck is a clear departure from what I normally collect and use in my tarot journey. After so many years and so many different decks, I would say hundreds at this point, that went through my hands in my tarot practice, it was kind of interesting, refreshing to take a look at something that is not exactly what I would call my comfort zone. If I had to give a title this review, if I had to write it on my blog, I would probably call it The Sophisticated Beauty of the Black and White Photographic Decks. As you can imagine, judging by the cover, this is a black and white photographic deck and it's women centric. It's based on the principle that divine feminine pervades everything in the universe with its creative and nurturing spirit. This is a beautiful, soft touch, rose petal finished sturdy box with the clamshell opening and the magnetic flap and photographic artwork featured also inside. This is an aerial view of the circle of doors. Messages inside: which door would you choose, with gold foiling, and also on the sides, trust your journey. We have a card featured here in the back. It's the Lover's card, and the two people you see in the card are the artists, Anne Stavely and Jill Sutherland. Featured in the card. Our intention is to open the door to conscious conversation and to spark inspiration along the journey of life. The women within these cards tell the story of quintessential archetypes, seasons, and cycles. All of these photographs were created in ritual, each muse called to embody the timeless expression and message of each card. Circle of Doors is the voice of the goddess in all her forms. This is our offering to the divine feminine within us, with us all. May the photographs and words invoke your highest inspiration and call you to walk fearlessly toward your dreams. As you will be able to tell when we go through the guidebook, it's a very self-empowering deck with a strong spiritual, inspirational message. Let's take a look at the guidebook. Soft touch also for the cover, with this beautiful detail, accents in gold foil, and the beautiful circle of door featured on each side of the cover, printed on that nice glossy paper. A little sticker and a tiny business card that I found in the box. So we have table of contents, the cards, more photographic artwork here and there. This is in color, not in black and white as the deck is. There is an invocation here at the beginning. May the cards be a mirror for revealing your reflection within the infinite waters of your untamable wild soul. Really, really beautiful. Then we have the introduction that explains how this deck is intended in a women-centric way. By shuffling and reading the cards, you are reopening these portals into the mystery and connecting with the infinite streams of feminine wisdom that pulse through all living things. How to use the decks: there is not a proper section dedicated to spreads, but there are some suggestions how to draw the cards and how to read them. So you can draw a card to represent a question, draw a card to represent an answer, excuse me, draw a card to represent someone you love or represent yourself. 3 cards, in which the first one represents an important challenge you're facing, the second card for the way through the challenge, and the third for the gift that awaits upon your victory. Or 7 cards or 10 cards in a circle on a flat rock alongside a river under a full moon. So these would be great cards for rituals, for altars, for journaling, for self-meditation. We'll take a look in more in depth, in detail at the artwork, and you will understand why maybe this is a great deck for that kind of work. Then we have a chapter dedicated to the major arcana, universal archetypes of transcendent power, cosmic blueprint, or soul information. Some of the major arcana have been renamed of course, in the light of this women-centric, female-centric structure, scaffolding of the deck, but not in a way that makes it too difficult for you to read it if the foundation of your practice is the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith. It might get a little more complicated when it comes to the minor arcana, because some of the minor arcana have been renamed, and all the core cards called by the creators cycle cards have been renamed too. So when it comes to major arcana, we have the picture, we have one stanza poem here, we have an inspirational message, we have a key phrase under the name of the card, and affirmations. Great starting point, jumping points, and prompts for journaling and meditation. When we move into the minor arcana, for journeys into elemental mastery, maps of the borders between fate and choice. These paragraphs explain how they've been renamed. So the suit of keys represent the fire of will, so it represents wands. The suit of cups represents the water of the heart. The suit of knives represent the air of the mind, so we have the swords in this case. And the pentacles have been renamed shells. They represent the earth of the body. Wealth is measured by our physical health, second by our connections and access to resources, and third by the flow of honor that we call money. And then the cycle cards. These would be the core cards. Caretakers of nature's harmonious balance, fourfold spirit of eternal transformation. The cycle cards represent the most potent expression of the elements of creation. They are the 4 chapters of a woman's life, the 4 phases of the moon, the 4 directions, the 4 seasons. The maiden, which I believe is the page, is the spirit of spring and the waxing moon. She's the master of desire, the avatar of enchantment, potential, and expansion. Then we have the mother, the spirit of summer and the full moon. She's the master of ripeness, the avatar of fertility, stability, and power. And for me, this is the queen. Then we have the Maga, the spirit of autumn and the waning moon. She's the master of reinvention, symbol of innovation, independence, transformation, and promise of revolution, which I believe is the knight. And then we have the crone, the king, in my opinion, the spirit of winter and the new moon. She's the master of discipline, the avatar of perception, practicality, and maturity. So as you can see, at least from the way I read them, the hierarchy is not page, knight, queen, and king. Is page, queen, and then knight and king. The maga is a word that, at least in my mother tongue, in Italian, means witch. It's the female of the wizard and female of the magician. So when the cycle cards appear in a reading, they are meant to remind you of specific people that embody their qualities, or to call upon those qualities within you. So each of the minor arcana has the same kind of presentation, a big nice picture, a one stanza poem, the keyword or key phrase here under the name of the card, a beautiful 3-paragraph write-up, very inspirational message, and then the affirmations that you can use for your journaling practice, if you have a diary, and self-meditation. And then the creators, Anne Stavely and Jill Sutherland, soul sisters on a mission to create conscious conversation through transformative art. And Brian Duffy is a writer and tarot scholar based in Los Angeles. Okay, let's get into the cards. They are oversized, as you can tell. I have relatively small hands, and if we compare them to a traditional tarot card, they're pretty wider and taller, and yet very easily manageable manageable because they're printed on a luscious linen texture finish, very flexible card. So I can, with my little hands, riffle shuffle this deck, believe it or not. So beautiful artwork, the circle of doors, a gold foil accent, gold foil on the edges of the card as well. Beautiful. And these are the cards. I put the deck back in order just to make it easier for you to understand, especially these changes, important changes in the way some major arcana, minor arcana have been renamed, and core cards as well. So you have the gold foil around this beautiful picture. This art medium is called photographic multiple exposure. So you will see different layers of pictures juxtaposed. Juxtaposed? Yes, I think that's the word, on each other. So each of these cards will require some attention. You really need to look deeper to get every little detail in the card. And I would certainly advise, especially novice readers, but also more experienced ones who are used to the symbolism and the imageries of a traditional deck, to spend some time on each of the cards. Maybe do a one card draw, one card pull per day, and meditate on this beautiful artwork. As I said, it's the sophisticated beauty of the black and white photographic decks. So we have the Fool, the Magician, the Priestess for the High Priestess, the Goddess, this is the Empress renamed, the Matriarch for the Emperor, so gold foil for the Roman numeral and the name of the card, the Witch for the Hierophant. So this is what I mean by different layers. See, there are two sets of hands, the Lovers, and there are two people here, the Chariot with a great expression that conveys the idea of determination and willpower, the Justice card, Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, Strength. I can see the lion here. Very distorted image of the lion. The Hanged One. And if you turn the card upside down, you can actually clearly see the face. Death, Temperance, Devil, the Tower, the Star, beautiful card, one of my favorite in the deck, the Moon, the Sun, also one of my favorite. I love the way the sun is right there with the third eye chakra is located. The images of the horse and people on a horseback in a very joyful body position, and beautiful sunflowers. Beautiful card, like it. Aeon for the Judgment card, the Trumpet of the Archangel, the Wake Up Call, and the Universe. She's holding the world in her hand. Then we have the shells. These would be the pentacles, the material manifestation of our existence, with the keyword prosperity on the bottom. I love this card. Cups and probably the keys are my favorite suits in the deck, but this one as well, the shells. The Two of Shells with harmony, for the idea of balance of the Two of Pentacles. Alliance and the Three of Shells, Three of Pentacles. This is the teamwork. Security for the Four of Shells. So we're focusing on the idea of security rather than greed, hoarding, and the miser mentality. We have hunger in the Five of Shells, the Five of Pentacles. Gratitude for the Six of Shells, Six of Pentacles. We have the patience here in the Seven of Shells, Seven of Pentacles. Mastery, the Eight of Shells, otherwise known as Eight of Pentacles. Painting a circle over and over again. Arrival with the Nine of Shells, the Nine of Pentacles. She's arrived in the sense of success, personal success. Legacy for the Ten of Shells. You can see the home here. It's the long-lasting wealth that you can leave as a legacy to people after you. Then we have the court cards known as cycle cards in this deck. We have the Maiden of Shells, that would be the Page of Pentacles, the way I read it, with the keyword Liberator. We have the Provider, Mother of Shells. This would be the Queen for me. Queen of Coins. Then we have the Maga of Shells with keyword Believer, and this would be the Knight of Coins. And the Crown of Shells with the keyword Keeper, and this would be the King in a traditional deck, if we had to make a comparison between the two systems. Then we have the Knives. This would be clearly the Swords. Words and ideas can be as sharp as a knife. So knowledge for the Ace. Choice for the Two of Knives. An idea of balance and stagnation and decisiveness. The Dark Mood for the Three of Knives, with the traditional image of a pierced heart. Stillness for the Four of Knives, clearly. Rest and rejuvenation, meditation, stagnation. Hollow Victory for the Five of Knives. New chapter for the Six of Knives. Makes sense. Leave those five swords and those conflicts behind you. Maybe unresolved, but you're certainly moving towards calmer waters and new beginnings in your life. Cleverness for the Seven of Knives. And I love the fact that they focused on the, let's say, most positive aspect of this archetype. It's not only and all about deception. It's also about thinking on your feet, being able to improvise and seize the opportunity as it presents itself to you. Rumination for the Eight of Knives. Despair for the Nine of Knives. Resurrection for the Ten of Knives. Again, the creators focused on the positive aspect. After every dramatic, disappointing ending, there's always a new beginning. When you hit rock bottom, the only way is up. Then we have the court cards. We have the Maiden of Knives, Page of Swords, Challenger is the keyword. So you could use them as almost as oracle cards if you wish, especially when it comes to this minor arcana, because they all have a keyword here on the bottom. The Mother of Knives, the Queen of Swords, is the protector. With a child picture here. Then we have the Maga of Knives. This would be the Knight of Swords for me, Heron. Then we have the Crown of Knives with the keyword Scholar, and this would be the King of Swords with all these books here. Then we have the Keys element, and this is the Wands. If you think about it, especially if you know the way the key, the imagery of the key is used in the Lenormand, is successful actions, is solutions, is great ideas, is inspiration, is creativity. So the Ace of Keys with illumination. You open door, right? Discovery for the Two of Keys, the Two of Wands. Doorway for the Three of Keys, Three of Wands. Sanctuary for the Four of Keys. Struggle for the Five of Keys. It would be the typical meaning of the Five of Wands. Struggles, conflicts, competition. Then we have Triumph for the Six of Keys, the Six of Swords. Sorry, Wands. Then we have Perseverance, of course, for the Seven. Courage for the Eight of Keys, Eight of Wands. Courage to move on, to pick up speed with your action, follow the momentum. Possibility for the Nine of Wands. It's a very interesting card. Burnout for the 10. And then we have the Maiden of Keys, the Seeker. This is the Page of Wands. The Mother of Keys, the Teacher. This is the Queen of Wands, although the keyword is a little different from what I would normally assign to this archetype. Then we have the Maga of Keys, the Rebel. This is definitely the Knight of Wands for me. And then the Crown of Keys with the keyword Visionary for the King of Wands. Then we have the Cups, my favorite suit. I love the imagery and the symbolism used for this suit. Ecstasy for the Ace. Connection for the Two. I love, love, love this card. Coven for the Three of Cups. Beautiful. Benevolence for the Four of Cups. This is a little different from what we're normally used to in a traditional RWS. How clever, though, the way it's been done. Maybe we can use this card as a sample of how it reads in the guidebook. These four cups represent the four chambers of the heart. You know, anatomically, the heart is divided in four sections called chambers. These chambers are essential because they keep pumping the heart, the blood in and out of this organ. So let's see how it reads in the guidebook. Four of Cups, Benevolence. Four perfect rooms with four perfect doors. Endless beautiful guests arrive and depart. My heart opens and closes forever. So it's not the typical card of rejectionist protection of the Four of Cups as we know it in the RWS, where the person is sitting in a meditative state, almost in boredom at the roots of a tree, at the base of a tree, and he is not, paying attention, focusing attention on the cup that the universe is, the fourth cup that the universe is offering to him. Still waters become stagnant, and stagnant waters become toxic. And so the seasons of love push and pull our hearts in a constant churning, compelling us into and out of each other's presence in ever-repeating rhythms. You must embrace the drama of the dance. Your web of relations will never be fixed in place. You will always be presented with new opportunities to connect. Everyone you love was once a stranger, so offer a gesture of possibility to every beautiful soul that crosses your path and catches your eye. Are you allowing yourself to take a chance on love's constant renewal? Do you feel how your heart's energy is only stable when it's in motion? What fascinates you the most about people? The affirmations are: each new connection contains infinite potential. I love people in all their beautiful variety. Life is a gift, is gifting me with a beautiful story, and I open my heart into bravery. So it's about opening your heart to that fourth cup, to that new love, to that new emotional awakening, instead of focusing on those three cups that are still in front of you, and they are probably, containing a liquid that has been there for a while, pretty stagnant, as the book says, toxic. So open yourself to a renewal of your emotional world. Five of Cups with grief, the spilled milk. Innocence in the Six of Cups. Fantasy in the Seven of Cups. Beautiful. castles in the air. Moving on with the Eight of Cups. Feel free to pause the video and take a prolonged look at each of the cards, because I understand that the artwork is might not be exactly clear because of the black and white color scheme and because of the multi-layered images. Ritual for the Nine of Cups. It almost looks like a 10 to me, because we don't have the individualistic, gratification of wishes and desire that we normally see in the RWS. And then peace in the Ten of Cups, your beautiful card. The Maiden of Cups is the dreamer, the page. The Mother of Cups is the giver, with the tea leaves reading cup. So it's a hint to the intuitive power that the Queen of Cups normally has. She's a very intuitive, a very psychic. We have the healer with the Crown of Cups. Sorry, the Maga comes first. This is my knight, at least the way I interpret that. Maga of Cups is the poet. Who better than a Knight of Cups can, romance you with the sweet talk? And so, therefore, we have the poet. And then the healer with the Crown of Cups, which for me is the king. Also chronologically more older than the other cycle cards or court cards. So how beautiful are they? I'm going to do just a 3 cards pull. And this is going to be just a sample reading for you to see how the cards look together or read together. See how easily I shuffle them, even if they're pretty big. So this is just a demonstration of how it reads if I do a past, present, future spread. But there could be a message for somebody who's watching this video. So pay attention. Please let me know in the comment section. Let me have your feedback and tell me if this reading resonated with any of you. I can also shuffle sideways. And I'm going to cut the deck in 3. So what is the message that we need to receive right now? We have 7 of Keys, Perseverance. This would be the 7 of Wands in a traditional deck. We have the Universe, the completion of the World card. And we have the Mother of Shells with the Provider. This would be the Queen of Pentacles. Well, you might even thought of giving up at some point, whatever this message refers to. But you've been digging your feet in the ground. You've been persevering. You've been created boundaries. You have laid the law of the land. You have faced challenges and people that and naysayers and people that were trying to throw obstacles on your way left and right. And so you are in the present moment able to complete something in a successful way, in a successful manner. And in the future, you will just reap all the nice, sweet rewards of your hard work here with the Mother of Shells, symbol of nurturing, caring, ability to create, ability to produce, to provide, to create abundance, and also desire to enjoy the fruit of your hard work. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Cups, the ritual. This is a wish coming true. All right, so this was my walkthrough and review and bonus reading with the Circle of Doors Tarot independently produced deck. Please let me know how you enjoyed this deck. If you're interested, how would you work with it? Are you into black and white photographic decks? Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let me have your feedback in the comment section. And until I see you next time, many blessings.